This is Season 3, Episode 1 of the Emberhart podcast. The space where we forge resilient character and empower the next generation of girls and women to lead with courage. I could not be more focused on anything, so find a quiet corner, lean in, and let us get right into it. The hidden psychology of atomic habit change. Making good habits easy. Dear Amelia Emberhart, I hope you're doing good today. I'm thrilled to be back because this is the season 3 premiere. We are starting this season with a deep dive into habits, beginning with the look back at the true classic Atomic Habits by James Clear. There is a quiet force shaping nearly every action we take each day. It's not willpower. It is not discipline. It is something more subtle, the design of our habits and the environments that support them. What I have come to understand is this. Habits are not just about effort. They are about attraction, identity and ease. Let us begin what makes a habit truly irresistible. The second law, make it attractive. At the core of every habit lies a powerful biological driver, dopamine. This is not merely the chemical of pleasure, but the chemical of anticipation. We do not act because we enjoy something. We act because we expect to enjoy it. Desire, not satisfaction, is the engine of behavior. This explains why modern life is filled with supernormal stimuli, exaggerated versions of reality designed to capture attention and trigger stronger responses. Junk food, for example, combines salt, sugar, fat, and texture into a sensory experience that is far more stimulating than anything found in nature. The concept of orosensation and dynamic contrast ensures that each bite feels novel, keeping us engaged far beyond our actual need. If we want to build better habits, we must borrow from this principle. We must make them appealing. One effective method is temptation bundling, rooted in Primack's principle, pairing something you need to do with something you want to do. Watching a favorite show only while exercising is a simple example. Over time, the necessary behavior becomes associated with pleasure. But attraction is not only sensory, it is also social. The power of the group. Humans are, at their core, social creatures. We imitate those around us, often unconsciously. There are 3 groups that influence us the most. Those close to us, the many, and the powerful. If you surround yourself with people who embody the habits you desire, those behaviors begin to feel normal, even inevitable. Identity shifts from I am trying to run to we are runners. There is also a deep psychological pressure at play. Studies have shown that people will knowingly give incorrect answers just to align with a group. The need for belonging often outweighs the need for being right. Most people would rather be wrong with others than correct alone. This is why culture matters. Changing your environment to one where your desired behavior is the norm reduces resistance. You will no longer fight against the current. You move with it. And once we belong, we seek to stand out. We begin to imitate those with status, power, and success, because their behaviors signal reward, recognition, and respect. Reframing cravings and emotions. Every habit is driven by a deeper motive. A surface craving may look like a desire for a cigarette, but underneath it may be a need to reduce stress. The same need could be fulfilled by running, breathing exercises, or rest. The key is not to eliminate desire, but to redirect it. Our behavior is shaped by not by reality itself, but by how we interpret it. The same situation can produce entirely different habits depending on our mindset. I have to wake up early feels like a burden. I get to wake up early feels like an opportunity. Emotion assigns meaning. It tells us what matters. This is where motivation rituals become powerful. A simple routine, putting on headphones, taking deep breaths, smiling, can signal to your brain that it is time to enter a specific state. Over time, the ritual itself becomes associated with readiness and focus. The third law: make it easy. While attraction gets you started, ease keeps you going. There is a common misconception that success comes from perfection. In reality, it comes from repetition. Consider two groups. One focused on producing a single perfect result, and another focused on producing many imperfect attempts. The second group learns faster, adapts, and ultimately achieves better outcomes. The first group remains stuck in planning and hesitation. This reveals a critical distinction: motion versus action. Planning, researching, and organizing feel productive, but they often serve as a shield against failure. Action, on the other hand, produces results. It carries risk but also progress. Habit formation depends on repetition. Each time you perform a behavior, neural connections strengthen. This is the essence of long-term potentiation and Hep's law. Neurons that fire together wire together. The real question is not how long a habit takes to form, but how many repetitions it requires. The law of least effort. Human beings naturally gravitate toward the path of least resistance. This is not laziness in a negative sense, it is efficiency. If a habit is difficult, filled with friction and obstacles, it will not last. The solution is simple: make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Prepare your environment so that the desired action is the default. Lay out your workout clothes, keep healthy food visible, reset your space so that it invites the next positive behavior. At the same time, increase friction for negative habits. Remove apps, create barriers, and make undesirable actions inconvenient. Environment often matters more than motivation. The 2-minute rule. One of the most effective ways to overcome procrastination is to shrink the habit. When starting a new behavior, it should take less than 2 minutes. Read one page. Put on running shoes. Open a document. This is not about achieving the full goal. It is about mastering the art of showing up. Habits are like an entrance ramp to a highway. Once you begin, momentum takes over. Starting is the hardest part. Each day presents decisive moments, small choices that lead down very different paths. By simplifying the start, you make it easier to choose correctly. Making habits inevitable. The final step is commitment. A commitment device is a decision made in the present that controls future behavior. This could be something as simple as blocking distracting websites, or as significant as automating savings. Automation removes the need for repeated decisions. It turns intention into structure. And structure over time becomes identity. Closing reflection. In the end, habits are not built through force, but through design. Make them attractive so that you want to act. Make them easy so that you can act. Repeat them until they become who you are. Because every habit you build is a vote for the person you are becoming. This is your moment. Take command and show us the path. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode sparked a new insight, please share it with a friend or leave a review to help others find us. You can find more resources at emberhart.com or join the conversation on Blue Sky at emberhartco.bsky.social. Keep showing up, keep thinking, and stay strong. See you next week.